Alright, good afternoon, friends. I hope you guys enjoyed our morning session. Today we're going to read Alexander Who's Not, Do You Hear Me? I Mean It, Going to Move. So right here is our title, Alexander Who's Not, Do You Hear Me? I Mean It, Going to Move. And this is written by Judith, Viorst, and it's illustrated by Robin Press-Glasser. Okay? And if you remember from yesterday, this is the front cover, you have the back cover, and the spine. And with our song, the author writes the words, the author writes the words, hi-ho the Dario, the author writes the words, the illustrator draws, the illustrator draws, hi-ho the Dario, the illustrator draws. Okay. See what this story is going to be about. What do you think it's going to be about? Does he look very happy? So, let's see. They can't make me pack my baseball mitt or my I love dinosaurs sweatshirt or my cowboy boots. They can't make me pack my ice skates, my jeans, my 8 zippers, my compass, my radio, or my stuffed pig. My dad is packing, my mom is packing, my brothers, Nick and Anthony, are packing. I'm not packing. I'm not going to move. Why do you think he doesn't want to move? Also, friends, I forgot to tell you, when we start reading, we always start at the top, and we go from left to right, top to bottom, okay? So my dad says we have to move to where his new job is. That job is 1,000 miles away. My mom says we have to move to where our new house is. That house is 1,000 miles away. Right next door to the new house, there's a boy who is Anthony's age. Down by the street, there's a boy the same age as Nick. There's no one next door or down the street or maybe 1,000 miles who is my age. I'm not. Do you hear me? I mean it. Going to move. Wow, he sounds angry. Have you ever felt angry before? I've never had a best friend like Paul again. I'll never have a best friend like Paul again. I'll never have a great sitter like Rachel again. I'll never have my soccer team or my carpool again. I'll never have kids who know me except my brothers, and sometimes they don't want to know me. I'm not packing. I'm not going to move. Nick says I'm a fool and should get a brain transplant. Anthony says I'm being immature. My mom and dad says that after a while, I'll get used to living 1,000 miles from everything. Never. Not ever. No way. No. I maybe could stay here and live with the Baldwins. They've got a dog. I've always wanted a dog. I maybe could stay here and live with the Rooneys. They've got 6 girls. They always wanted one boy. Do you think he'll be really happy, though, staying with them and not his family? How would you feel if your family moved and you stayed? I maybe could stay here and live with Mr. and Mrs. Oldendorfer. They always give great treats on Halloween. I maybe could stay here and live by myself in maybe a tree house or maybe a tent or maybe a cave. I would feel kind of lonely if I lived by myself. How about you guys? Nick says I could live in the zoo with all the other animals. Anthony says I'm being immature. Dad says I should take a look at all my special places. I'm taking a look, but it won't be my last. I looked at the Rooney's roof, which I once climbed out on, but then I couldn't climb back in until the fire department came and helped me. I looked at Pearson's drugstore, where they once said My mom had to pay them $80 when I threw a ball in the air that I almost caught. Uh-oh, looks like he did more. Maybe that's why Mom had to pay the $80 to fix the window. Oh no, was that a good choice? I looked at the lot next to Albert's house where I once and for all learned to tell which was poison ivy. Ooh, have any of you ever come into contact with poison ivy? If you know what it is, let us know. I looked at my school where even Miss Knopf, the teacher I once spilled the goldfish bowl on, said she'd miss me. I looked at my special places where a lot of different things happen, not just different bad, but different good. I like winning that sack race, like finding that flashlight, like spitting farther than Jack 3 times in a row. Like selling so much lemonade that my dad said I would probably have to pay taxes. My dad was just making jokes about paying taxes. I wish he could just make jokes about having more. I'm not, do you hear me? I mean it, going to move. Nick says I'm acting like a puke face. Ew. Anthony says I'm being immature. My mom says to say a last goodbye to all my special people. I'm saying goodbye, but it won't be my last. Have you ever had to move somewhere? How did it make you feel? I said goodbye to my friends, especially Paul, who's almost like having another brother, except he doesn't say puke face or immature. I say goodbye to my neighbors, especially Swoozie, who is almost like having a dog, except she's the Baldwin's dog instead of mine. Aw, sounds like he's gonna feel sad and miss everybody. Is that why he doesn't want to move? What do you think? I said goodbye to Rachel, who taught me to stand on my head and whistle with 2 fingers, but she says don't try to do both at the same time. I say goodbye to Seymour, the cleaners, who even if it's gum wrappers or an old tooth, always saves me the stuff I leave in my pockets. I said a lot of goodbyes to a lot of people and a lot of hugs and kisses, enough hugs and kisses to last for a person's whole life. I said a lot of goodbyes, except I'm staying right here. I'm not going to move. You think his parents are going to be happy about that? When the movers come to put my bedroom furniture on their truck, maybe I'll barricade my bedroom door. When my dad wants to tie my bicycle to the roof rack on top of the station wagon, maybe I'll lock up my bike and bury the key. When my mom says, finish packing up, it's time for us to get going. Maybe she'll look around and she won't see me. I know places to hide where they'd never find me. Like behind the racks of clothes at Seymour's, the cleaners, like underneath the piano at Eddie's basement, like inside the pickled barrel at Friendly's Market. Or maybe I could hide in the weeds in the lot next to Albert's house. Now that I know how to tell which is poison ivy, I'd rather have poison ivy than have to move. My dad says it might take a while, but I'll find a new soccer team. He says it might take a while, but I'll find boys my age. He also says that sometimes when a person moves away, his father might need to let him get a dog to be his friend till he makes some people friends. I think that Swootsy too would be a great name. If you got a dog, what would you name him? My mom says it might take a while, but we'll find a great sitter. She says it might take a while, but we'll find a cleaner who even saves gum wrappers and old teeth. She also says that sometimes when a person moves away, his mother might let him call his best friend long distance. I already know the telephone number by heart. Paul gave me a baseball cap. Rachel gave me a backpack that glows in the dark. Mr. and Mrs. Odefer gave us treats to eat for 1,000 miles. Nick says if I'm lonesome in my new room all by myself, he might let me sleep with him for a while. Anthony says that Nick is being mature. Mature means you are thinking like you're older. You're making the right choices. My dad is packing. My mom is packing. My brother, Nick, and Anthony are packing. I don't like it, but I'm packing too. They better not try to move me anymore when we get where we're going to. So do you think he's going to actually like where he moves to? You never know, right? Until you try new things. Oh no, my page is stuck. See what's on the last page. Because this is the last time I'll do it. The next time they won't make me do it. Never. Not ever. No way. N-O. I'm not, do you hear me? I mean it. Going to move. The end. Did you guys like that story? So tell me and write it down, draw it, or have your mom or dad message me and tell me what is your favorite part in the story. And if you didn't like the story, tell me why you didn't like it and what part you didn't like. Okay, guys? Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.